from SoFi Stadium. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here we go. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Looking to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Here we go. A false start backs him up 5, first and 15. They're going to look to throw. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be a third and about 13.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Brandon Powell. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. This defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the return will stop right around the 25. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Ready.
Now Mason. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. First and 10 in the red zone.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Okay, ready?
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. On the ground again, it's Mason. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
Hey, go field. Go.
They'll run here with Mason. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Falcons 7, Rams 0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 32-yard line.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
This is fielded at the 27. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it will be Falcon football.
Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Gain of 22 yards. First down at the 9.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man. It's Charlie Kolar. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 39 yards there, a big one.
You get a rookie tight end who can run like this, it just gives this offense a different dimension than they've had. It's going to be fun to watch his development and how this offense expands as this season moves along.
Now they run. It's Mason. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Brought down at the 2-yard line. A gain of 5 yards. It's 4th and goal at the 2-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Falcons 7, Rams 0.
They'll run for it with Mason. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the counter, it's Henderson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
21! Monday!
Stafford on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Falcons will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Got it. Watch out now. 52.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Edwards. Touchdown, Falcons! Bryan Edwards, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
Rams nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
40 got. 40 got.
Now a first down throw, Stafford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. A nice throw right there. And, Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control.
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
All right.
from the 29. Stafford. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Hey, 22!
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Running the jet sweep with Ridley. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 10 more there and another first down.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's in a full run by the time he gets the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Now Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Henderson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
To Darrell Henderson. It's a pickup of 6.
To throw again on second down. Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
Second and 6. At the 40-yard line.
On second down, a run with Patterson. And some room to roam now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. He'll look to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
They'll look to throw here on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now.
35. Rams 0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Here's Koo to kick it off. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Brady Jarrett. Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So the new weapon just picked up via the trade, making an impact here right away.
And what you like about getting guys who catch passes, you don't have to spend a lot of time in the playbook. You just tell them to dial up a route and get the ball in their hands.
53, ready.
From the red zone now, Stafford. And now here is another interception. And the Falcons are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Ready.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's got Mason complete. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts. I give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Second and 9 now. And caught by London. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down. They'll set up a throw.
He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
On play action, they'll throw.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. Pushes him over. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Here's Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Here's one of the longest tenured members of the Super Bowl champs, Tyler Higbee, making the first down. 7th year as a starter for LA. Just a stable presence for the Rams at the tight end spot with a dash of dynamic plays along the way. One of those starters who may be overlooked, but a key part of why they won the Lombardi Trophy.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, a give to Henderson. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU most valuable touchdown. Calvin Ridley, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Rams are able to at least get one score back.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Okay, right.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception. So we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
And the Rams are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
After the interception, here's Stanford. And he's got it. And he's brought down.
13 yards on the play.
Akers. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Stanford. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. That's caught for a Ram touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Rams get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Rams 14. To kick off for Los Angeles.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still...
He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Falcons.
So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Rams 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He completes it to Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Rams, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Henderson running straight ahead. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Rams. Calvin Ridley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And oh, it's blocked. This is going the other way. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. The 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. And this crowd can't believe what they're seeing. Things go wrong even after a touchdown in this one.
That is a play that you just do not see very often, maybe a couple times a year. The blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes, he's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Ready.
They'll run again with Mason. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Rams are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
A gain of 12 yards.
On first down, Stafford here. And it's complete right back to Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Stafford now to throw. Man open is Robinson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll run here with Akers. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Again, it'll be Akers.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Atlanta, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory.